Good morning guys and welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about how to prep yourself and your Jeep for quarantine for 2 weeks. At the moment, Australia border's been shut. We're supposed to be going back to New Zealand today, which is Saturday the 21st. But we've had to cancel our flights because there's so many different things going on. So we're not allowed to go. We can go to New Zealand, but we have to be quarantined. Then we come back to Australia, we'd have to be quarantined for 2 weeks as well, and it's kind of a waste of time for a 1 week holiday. But at the moment, where I work hasn't shut down yet. They are talking about people going home who can work from home, just to limit the amount of people that are in groups, because they're trying to get rid of mass gatherings to stop the spread of this virus. So I released a live video I did on Tuesday or Wednesday, I think, last week, just asking you guys opinions of bug out bags. Now, bug out bags are really important if you want to get away really fast. You got all the equipment on you to go, and your responses to that were awesome. A lot of things that I've got prepared, I thought I was pretty well prepared, but turns out that you guys had so many different ideas that I didn't even think about. So we'll be going over a few of those things today. How to prepare yourself, how to prepare your family, and how to prepare your Jeep. At the moment, if you get quarantined, you have to spend the 2 weeks on your property. You're not allowed to leave your property, so they don't want you to infect other people. And if you get caught by the police will come around to your door, make sure you are at home. You will get a $13,000 fine if you're not on your property. So some ways that's good, because I've got a lot of work I want to do on the JK. Hopefully the TJ is sold next week, unfortunately, but I've got some work I want to do on that, and some videos to make, which is great. I've got some yard work I can do and all that sort of fun stuff, but I'd rather get away before that forced quarantine comes in. I have to spend 2 weeks at home. I'd rather go out bush, out camping, go to the beach. There's a lot of camping destinations here on the Sunshine Coast that you can easily spend 2 weeks at, and that's the sort of isolation that we prepare for, overlanders prepare for, and that sort of thing. So I'd rather spend 2 weeks out in the bush, up the beach, camping, isolated, because camping is an isolated thing anyway, so why not prepare yourself for that first? Then if you guys get stuck at home, it's not the end of the world. It could be, but let me know what you guys think about what's going on with this virus, and how you guys are actually preparing yourself. Now, I've set up the back of the Jeep. I bought a few things. There's still a lot of things I need to buy that you guys comment on during the week. If there's anything I missed or any essential things you think I need, please let me know in the comments. There's probably a lot of things that I've forgotten. Now, here in Australia, I know a lot of you guys, a lot of my viewers are in America, and unfortunately we can't carry guns on us at any point in time. Only the police can. So when I'm going through my bug out bag, I know most of you are thinking, you need a gun, you need like a knife, you need this and that. Unfortunately we can't carry that sort of stuff here in Australia. It's fully illegal. So we can't do that sort of thing. It'd probably be a lot safer the way the world's going. Mass hysteria about toilet paper. We managed to get like 2 rolls of toilet paper today at the supermarket, but it's just crazy what people, I mean, we had severe bushfires like not even 2 months ago, and people were donating millions of dollars to help save people, rehome people and stuff like that. And now this virus has come along as, don't touch my toilet paper or I'll bash you. That's the way of the world, guys. Anyway, let's jump in the back of the Jeep. If I've missed anything or you think there's something essential that I need, please leave it in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to smash that like button and that subscribe button. It's going to help the channel in a massive way and allow us to grow, buy better Jeep parts, and create better content for you guys. So let's jump in the back of the Jeep. Alright. So if you guys watched the live video on Wednesday or Tuesday, I can't remember which day I did it, I showed that I bought a couple of these snap lock containers from Super Cheap Auto. Super cheap, which is funny because they're from Super Cheap Auto. A lot of the stuff in here is from Super Cheap Auto, just because they've got some really good gear at good pricing. Now I went with these ones. These are about $5.20 each. I bought 4 of them, and I love them because they're actually on wheels. Instead of building like a platform system, you can, like with drawers and stuff that come out, you can just pull these out. They're on wheels, very lightweight. 25 litre roller storage box, $5.20 each, or you can buy them off Amazon. But yeah, $5 for each. Awesome stuff. So this is, I bought one. One's going to hold clothes. One's going to hold food supplies, baked beans, just like the essential canned foods, food for the baby, and just stuff like that. Enough for probably 2 weeks. I might do a little bit more just in case we get stuck out there. So yeah, one for food, one for clothes. I'll probably mark these up so I know which one they are. Easy to grab so I'm not looking through them all. But essential stuff I've got on my Jeep all the time is first aid kit. Now it's just a basic kit with like gauzes. I don't have a snake bite kit yet. I'd really like to get one. If you guys got any recommendations, leave it in the comments. But spider and snake bite kit might be an essential thing that I should get. Now, if you probably see behind here, I've got like a little single burner. Now this will be perfect for heating up water, sterilizing it, and cooking a few small meals. Now this is actually from Super Cheap Auto as well. Great little burner. Snap that back, chuck in like a little propane burner. I think I got like a 8-pack of those, and they last quite a long time actually, which is great. I'll grab another couple pots and pans and stuff like that and chuck them in one of these snap lock containers. But really lightweight, and that's probably like $55 for that. It's really handy to have. I've got like a little Stanley knife with a nice sharp blade, just in case I've got to cut something, whatever it might be. Really handy to have in your Jeep. Now I've also got a tire gauge as well. I've got a tire gauge as well, which is awesome. Definitely essential to have on any 4-wheel drive. That stays in my Jeep all the time. Still covered in sand from the last trip. Now up the back here. Now I've got, this is the baby bag. Now I keep this in the Jeep all the time for my son. It's got nappies, it's got cream, it's got blankets and stuff like that for him. But the best thing about it as well, it's actually got it's got baby wipes. Now baby wipes are awesome. These ones are antibacterial as well, and they're cheap. They're like $2.20 a packet, maybe a little bit cheaper depending on where you buy them from. But awesome when you're out and about, like say you go to the fuel station and you've just filled up, which normally in Jeep you fill up quite often, and your hands are all dirty from the pump. Now this virus moves from, say that guy before you wiped his nose, he's got the virus, you touch that, then you put it in your eyes, you wipe your mouth, that sort of thing. That's how this virus spreads. So before or after you want, just wipe down your hands with a disinfectant wipe. Now we've also got, in the Jeep as well, we've got these like little hand sanitizers as well, which is awesome for cleaning the baby's hands and our hands before and after we eat, which is essential on the road, especially when you don't know what you've touched, where the person before you has been. So I just keep one of these in the baby bag at all time, which is great. If you don't have a baby bag, these little backpacks are cheap. They're just like a little Nike bag, but they make a great baby bag or a great getaway bag for that sort of thing. Now one thing I've never had in my Jeep before is a fire extinguisher, but it's probably a must. Whether you've got campfires or just owning a Jeep or just owning a car, really essential to have. And I bought that for $10 from Aldi's supermarket, and I need to install this in the Jeep somewhere. As always, you've got essential recovery gear with a couple ratchet straps for the roof racks and stuff like that if I need to take a tent. Now I don't have a tent set up in the Jeep yet. I don't have a tent set up in the Jeep yet. I don't know if I will set one up for this getaway. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. Let me know what you guys think. It might be better if we just lay down the seats and kind of shuffle a few things around. If we need to, we can sleep in the back of the Jeep. It might be a bit safer because as area sets in, people get a bit funny and stuff like that. Moving on, just a normal picnic blanket that I keep in the Jeep always. I've got a small fold-out shovel that I've always got in my Jeep there, which is great. I wouldn't mind like a full-size one mounted either to the roof racks or to the back of the tailgate. Something like that. I'm just not sure how I mount those, but even a small one comes in handy. They're small, they don't take a lot of space. Really handy to have. Now fuel wise, you're probably thinking fuel is one of those most essential things. It runs out pretty fast and it's getting a lot cheaper for some reason. Now Fuels here is $1.21 per litre at the moment, which is really cheap for here. I think it's like $2.20 in New Zealand. I'm not sure where it is for you guys. I think in America you guys do it per gallon, which is awesome. But as it gets a bit cheaper, I might fill up this one and that one. Now I've got no way to store these on the outside of the Jeep, which is a bit disappointing. I might set something up, I'm not sure yet. I don't really like having all the fumes and stuff inside the Jeep with the baby, but definitely get those filled up. And that's pretty much it. But that's pretty much it for my recovery, like my bug out bag, how I've set up my Jeep. And there's probably a lot of things I've actually forgotten, a lot of things you guys would probably add yourself. I mean, there's so much food, so much water and stuff like that. We've got 30 litres of water sitting upstairs ready to go in the back of the Jeep at any time. We're ready to go. There's probably a lot of things I've forgotten, but like essential things that you probably just forget when you're in a rush. So I mind set up the back of the Jeep to go at any one point. More than likely we'll probably get isolated and have to stay at home for the 2 weeks. If that does happen, you guys will just see a lot more videos during the week, but I'd love to get away and get out. But let me know you guys plans, what you're doing, how you're kind of working around trying to get away, or you're just going to stay at home, and how you guys are actually dealing with this virus, and how bad it is where you guys are. Just leave in the comments, I'd love to know. But as always guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.